Christ for that one, lads and lasses. You know, literally thank Jesus at the end there for being offside and not putting that chance he had in the back of the net. Oh my days. Hey everyone, it's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. United have just drawn with Man City 0-0 at the Etihad Stadium to get a really vital point actually against the Scummers there. I mean, let's just start off by saying that this was a really horrible game of football for United, I must say. For the whole 90 minutes of that game, I was on the edge of my seat, half expecting us to concede. It was really bad. Pep Guardiola's absolutely Pep Guardiola'd us. You know, in this game, for the whole game, it was classic Barca style of play. You know, it really was. And it was like the first fixture earlier on in the season. Manchester United just getting bullied by Man City. Man City dominating us in terms of possession and play and chances and all sorts. Let me just give you the match stats for this atrocity game of football that happened tonight. By the way, if you're joining me on this live stream, thank you very much for sticking around and tuning in. And if you watch the Match Companion, you're a legend. Please chuck a like on this new video. It'd be much appreciated. But let me just look at these match stats. Right, so the game has finished 0-0, which is just an absolute miracle in itself. 69% possession to City and 31 to United, with 19 shots for City, 6 on target, and only 3 shots for United with 1 on target. That tells you the story, really. It really was just a terribly bad game of football for Man United, but not a bad result in the end. You know, we've gone to the Etihad Stadium there, and we've gotten a really vital point. The most important thing about tonight was just not to lose against Pep Guardiola's City. Okay, it would have been great to go there and win. We all thought we were going to win, or a lot of us thought we were going to win, based on how City have been recently, based on how United have been recently. But it wasn't to be the way. City completely outplayed us for the entire game, I must say. I mean, first half, we had a couple of good minutes, and I say a couple of good minutes in the first half. The first 2 minutes, that was all that was fucking good about the first half of Man United. You know, first 2 minutes were okay. After that, absolutely gash-tastic performance. Not defensively, of course. We've defended really well. But this is classic Jose Mourinho. It really is. I expected it to almost go like this. I was thinking, is this going to be one of those thrillers of a game? Well, not when Jose's in charge, because he's going to go and set his team up not to lose. That's the most important thing for Jose. He does not want to lose against this twat Pep again, because he's lost so many times before. He doesn't want to lose against him. So the most important thing for Jose, and really for United, was just not to lose this game. Because if we hadn't lost this game, think about it, that would pretty much be top 4 over, because it puts City 4 points ahead of us. It allows Liverpool back into it, because we're, you know, a couple of games in hand, or 1 game in hand on Liverpool now, and we're only 2 points behind them, I think, now. So that's really good for United. It's still in our hands to get top 4 this season. But if City had have actually, you know, won this game, then Manchester United would have been well out of it. We really would. Top 4 would have suddenly been a struggle, considering the run-in we've got. We've got to play Spurs and Arsenal, and we've got a really tough run-in. So just to come away from this game with a point, it feels like a fucking win. It does. It really feels like a win, because we were absolutely terrible. We were terrible. City were good. United were shit. They still couldn't fucking beat us. It was complete Mourinho-esque. It really was. I want to talk about the game. I mean, the incidents in the first half, all Cities. Sergio Aguero today has missed about 6 glaring opportunities. I'm not even kidding you. On another day, Sergio Aguero could have had a hat-trick easily. It's a couple of really key chances, good chances that he hasn't put away, just hasn't got his shooting boots on today. Miss sitters left, right and centre. David De Gea has had to make a couple of really good saves again, as you would expect. But if Sergio Aguero was on his game today, then this game would have been put to bed really early on. You have to say, I hate to fucking say that, because I hate City. But they were the better team today. They really were. Sergio Aguero has missed all sorts of chances. De Gea has had to make some great saves. And Manchester United never really got going. You know, I think we were just content to sit back, allow them to play their football in front of us. Jose's got his old point of confrontation, which is like, as soon as they approach our third, then you get out to them, then you close them down. But other than that, don't run, don't chase, don't waste your energy. Let them play it around, let them have the football, and when it comes into a dangerous position, then we defend. And it worked really well tonight. You have to say that's what defensive mentality from Jose. It did work really well. But then I say that it worked well because the game's finished 0-0. But it could have finished 3-0 to City. It really could have, because Sergio, like I said, missed all sorts of chances. Jesus has missed a couple at the end there. We've been very fortunate to come away from this game with a point. We really had that as an excellent result for us. Pep Guardiola will be absolutely devastated, as will, I'm sure, most of the City fans, because they played really well. Us United fans, on the other hand, we are actually really happy to get this point. I am anyway. Bearing in mind what happened in the game. Fellaini's got sent off at the game there for nutting Sergio Aguero. What are you doing, Marouane, you big Belgian twat? What were you thinking, pal? 5 minutes left of normal time in the derby and you go and do something ridiculous like that? Are you serious? I mean, it was one of the most stupid things I've ever seen. It's right in front of the referee. Okay, Sergio Aguero's gone down like a sack of Argentinian shit, quite frankly. It's definitely not a foul, he's dived. But then, Fellaini, you've got to have a cooler head than that. You've got to be a lot more intelligent than that. You're right in front of the referee, he comes nose to nose with Aguero, and he nuts him! He nuts the little Argentinian bloke, and Aguero, of course, again goes down like a sack of Argentinian shit, as you would expect, and Fellaini gets brandished with a red card. And it was a red card. You can't be doing that. In football, he's nutted Sergio Aguero there, and it was just totally. It came at a really bad time for United because we had 5 minutes of normal time. It was looking like we were going to hang on, and he's actually left Manchester United for the last 5 minutes of the game with 10 men due to a really stupid decision of his, which is just. He didn't have to do that at all. He could have just left it. But no, he has to go up and stick a little nut on Aguero. And to be honest, if you're going to get a red card in a derby and nut somebody straight in front of the referee, at least give him a proper fucking nut. Come on. At least give him a proper one. He's given him a little one and Sergio goes down. I want you to properly do him if you're going to get a red card in a derby. Roy Keane style, you know what I mean? So, bit disappointed for Fellaini there in a lot of ways. He's actually not played too badly. One of the better performers for United tonight, and we were basically shit. But yeah, I mean, silly decision by Fellaini to do that. Could have cost us the game on another night. Just imagine if Jesus had have popped up and put that one in at the end of the game there. What would we be saying about Marouane and Fellaini now? Because that very nearly cost us the Manchester derby. But it didn't in the end. Fair play to the Belgian tree. He's actually looked good of late. The last couple of games he's been pretty good, so we'll cut him a bit of slack. But that was the stupidest thing I've seen in a long time. To do at that stage in a Manchester derby. Fellaini, you're a fucking twat, pal. And you need to sort your shit out. But anyway, I'm super hyped up now because I was expecting a decent, or at least a better performance from Manchester United tonight against City. City are a good team. They're at the Etihad Stadium, of course. They've got home advantage. Not really home advantage, though, is it? When there's no fucker in it. But still, they should have perhaps been the favourites to win this game. And, of course, the betting odds before the game had them as heavy favourites for the game. And they did put the ball in the back of the net at the end of the game there. Jesus had a goal ruled off for offside. Thank God for that. He was offside as well. It's the correct decision. On another day, it could have gone against us. And Manchester United, in the end, fortunate to come away from this game with a point in the end. Just quite, I mean, I've got such, I feel so ambivalent at the moment. I'm feeling so many different things because in one way I'm really happy that we haven't lost this game and that in the manner that we've played and the manner in which City played that we somehow managed to get a point from this game. But in another way, I'm really disappointed that we haven't actually given a go of it. We haven't even tried. Jose's gone there to get a point. That's what it looked like to me. Maybe hit them on the counter. When did we ever get Rashford away? When did we ever get Martial? Was Martial playing that game? When did we get Mkhitaryan away? These players just didn't get any service whatsoever. They're defending deep in their own halves most of the time. It's like we didn't even try and win the Manchester derby, which is Jose Mourinho down to a T, really. Don't lose. That's the key with Jose Mourinho. In a big game like this, away from home, in a game you expect to lose, or you should perhaps lose, just don't lose it. And I'm really happy that we've managed to come out of the game with a point, and we've, all importantly, not lost any ground on City. They're still only a point ahead of us. They'll be disappointed with not getting the victory, but who really gives a shit about that anyway? Let me read a couple of comments here. Kuma and Sova Kumar says we got the draw because of the injuries. Well, maybe, but personally, I just thought we got the draw because of our really dogged defending, determined defending, and the major fact that Sergio Aguero was off form tonight and couldn't put the ball in the back of the net to save his life. The lad couldn't hit the side of a Renault Espace if he was 2 yards away from it. That's how shit he was tonight, and of course we know what a fantastic player he is, literally one of the best strikers in world football. Tonight he was off his game. On another night, he could have probably put 5 in the back of the net. He could have put 5 chances in the back of the net. That's how absolutely Gashtasik. Kevin Ashford in the house commenting. How you doing, Kevin? Thank you for joining me tonight. He's commented and said Fellaini proved he's a liability. I totally agree. Manchester derby, 5 minutes left in the game. What does the twat do? Goes sticks a nut on Sergio Aguero right in front of the referee. Nice one, Fellaini. That is just pure class, that is. It's absolutely retarded, quite frankly. I don't like to use that word, but I think in the case of Marouane Fellaini, it's justified. That was an absolutely retarded thing to do there by Marouane. Right in front of the referee. Could have cost us the game. We were already getting dominated and getting the shit kicked out of us by City in terms of chances. And it was just, fortunate in the end that we managed to hang on. Otherwise, just imagine what sort of effigies would be burning in Manchester tonight of Marouane Fellaini if we'd have conceded at the end there. Because that big Belgian twat getting sent off by nutting a fellow professional right in front of the referee. And as I was saying earlier, if you're going to do that, at least properly put him out. Don't just give him a love knock. Or wait until the tunnel. Even better, don't do anything in front of the referee. Stay on the pitch. Wait until you're going down the tunnel and give him a dig. That's the way to do it, Marouane. Unbelievable. But thank you very much for your comment, Kevin. Kyle Fury says Fellaini would intimidate players once he got rid of the microphone on his head. Yeah, there you go. It's too soft, isn't it? That's the thing. It doesn't really matter if he's going to nut someone with that absolute pillow on top of his head. That Jackson 5 afro. There's a lot of cushion in there. Sergio Aguero just went down for effect. So, I'm disappointed with Fellaini this one. Kevin's absolutely right. He is a liability. He's done that a couple of times for United, and he's a bit of a dirty player. We know that. But there's being dirty and there's just being stupid. You don't do it right in front of the ref. In terms of the players' performances, my man of the match is David De Gea. I thought he pulled off a few really great saves to deny Sergio and co. And some made them look easy at times. Some of those saves that he made didn't even look like they were, anywhere close to going in the back of the net, just because how quick he's over to them. But really, they were good chances, and he just made them look easy with some great goalkeeping. The guy's got the reflexes of a Spanish cat, an El Gato, if you will. And so in terms of individual performances, yes, we've defended really well. We have defended excellent, considering to put up with that barrage and that wave, that constant pressure from City, because that's what it was. 70% possession, dominating us for chances. They battered us for the entirety of the game, but we withstood it. The defence just about managed to keep its shape, and saying that, they created loads, didn't they? And on another day, they could have put 3 in the back of the net. So defensively, maybe it wasn't that good of a performance, but there were moments. Some of the tackles in there from Bailey, for instance, were unbelievable. Some of the blocks, last-ditch defending. It was a good defensive display, but that's all it was from Manchester United. Classic Jose Mourinho defensive display away from home against really good opposition. And you go in there to get the point, really. That's how I viewed it. And thankfully for us, and thankfully for Marouane Fellaini, Man United managed to hold on to the end of the game and get the all-important draw. So, fuck that baldy Pep Guardiola, and screw City. Manchester is purple tonight. It's a blend of red, it's a blend of blue. Manchester's purple. Thankfully, it's not blue. That would have been absolutely terrible. Kyle's commented and said Man United's top 4 will probably be down the drain. I think he said if we lost the game there, it's just the comments disappeared. But I think you're totally right. If City had won this game tonight, they would have gone 4 points ahead of us. It would have given Liverpool the emphasis to, win their game in hand and win their game and put the pressure back on us. But as it is, Manchester United, we've kept things as they are. Not too much changes. City is still a point ahead of us. There's still a heck of a lot to play for. We're still only a couple of points behind Liverpool, with a game in hand on them as well. So there's all to play for here. I mean, it's still in our hands. We've got Arsenal to play. We've got Spurs to play. Yeah, sure. But it's still in our hands. If we win all of our remaining games, there's only 5 games left remaining, remember. We win all those games, then we finish in the top 4. It's as simple as that. So I'm just happy that we've managed to come away from this game with some kind of a result, even if the performance was really subpar. Good defensive performance at times, but other than that, I mean, it was so lacking creatively. It was depressing. That is not a Manchester United performance, People talk about the Manchester United way. That's not the Manchester United way. I don't care what you say. Even if you're away in the Nou Camp in a second leg crunch game against Barcelona or something, you've got to try and win the game. That's the United way. you know, maybe first leg would be different, but you've got to try and win the game. And in this sort of instance, you've got to at least try. I don't think that we did that. I think Jose set us up very negatively in order to just nullify City. Didn't really nullify them because they had shitloads of chances. But on another day, you know, maybe United could have nicked one. Ander Herrera's had our only good chance of the game. Rashford's whipped in a ball to him, and Ander Herrera's missed, quite frankly, an absolute sitter at the back stick. Should have put it away. But bearing in mind all the chances City missed, then, you know, you can't really blame the lad. It's just one of those games. They've missed a lot of chances. We've missed the only couple of chances that we had. And at the end of it, there was nothing to separate them, thankfully. But there we go. I'm just going to open the floor up to a couple of comments here. Kumaran says, Pig, I really miss Pogba. He would have helped United win this game. Would he, though? Would have Paul Pogba helped United win this game? What are you basing that on? Are you basing that on performances earlier on in the season against top teams? Because I don't think he would have helped United win the game. You know, if I look at Carrick in the centre of the park, I trust Carrick more than I do Paul Pogba at the moment. And even Fellaini with the way he's played over the last couple of games, I think he's warranted a start in this team, the way he performed in front of the back four against Burnley. Pump University, don't block him, Kyle. By the way, that's my brother. He's just telling me to fuck off, basically. Check out my brother's channel on YouTube, Pump University. Thanks very much for the hate on my video, my blood brother. But, yeah, you know, that pretty much wraps it up for the match reaction. Just happy that we've come away from this game with a draw because, you know, we were totally outplayed, totally outclassed, and totally dominated by Pep Guardiola's City tonight. And it hurts me to say that because I hate them. But we were, you know, if I'm talking about it from a, you know, an objective point of view, City outplayed us, and they will feel very disappointed not to have beaten us tonight. We're lucky in the end to come away from this point with a draw. It's that fucking depressing, lads. But still, a point's a point. Nothing changes. It's still in our hands. We can still win top four this season. And we're still in the Europa League. We can win that. And, of course, we can qualify for the Champions League next year, which is what it's all about, you know. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you guys getting involved with the live stream here. Do me a favour, chuck a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. You can come and check me out on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, all that good stuff. So please do that. Until next time, have yourself a good one. I'm going to wrap it up and leave it there. I think there's been some tactical errors made by Mourinho tonight, but at the end of the day, we've not lost the game. Some selection problems or issues that I wanted to talk about. You know, Luke Shaw should have probably started this game, I thought. Also, Wayne Rooney, I think, should have started this game. It's a Manchester derby. He knows what it's all about, starting in derbies. He scored in the last game. He could have done something tonight. I'm just putting it out there. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Please do comment below with your opinions on how United have performed. Are you happy in the end that we've got a draw? I think bearing in mind the manner of the way we played and the manner of the game and how it went, we'll all be pretty happy with a draw. So thank you very much for tuning in to Flying Pig United. I'm the Flying Pig. You can catch me on social media. I've already done this, but you can do that. Please do that. And for now, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll leave it there. But, you know, have yourself a good one. We've not been beaten by City tonight, and Manchester is purple. Have yourself a good one. I'll catch you very soon. Take it easy. This is the Pig. Have yourself a good one, and come on, United!